Hello and welcome back to Trigger Happy Havoc. Alright. Let's solve this bastard. I made my way towards the elevator, but with each step I took I felt I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. I climbed into our steel prison in total silence, and we watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clanking sounds. It fell, lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Would you stop redecorating this place? Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few! You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then,
are we ready for the trial to begin? You know the drill, find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I love the fact the save point to right smack over the last pre-trial prep. Alright, what do we got? Increases time limit for each phase. Don't really need that. Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debate and the hangman's gambit. Just want to add another one. Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time battle. There, go on then. That sounds moderately useful for the ones where we've got to reload stuff. Yeah, because I don't need greater time limits. And I'm perfectly happy with my aim, so... Nope. Preparations. Let's begin.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
We know.
So, your votes will determine if you can
don't have to
figure
tell
out
us every
if I'll
goddamn
punish
time.
Now then.
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I'm not convinced. Idiot, because they're too obvious.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. Alright, what we got in the old true bullets? Hina's a can't, okay.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Nope, she has a second.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I'm not convinced. I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. But does that mean that one of them did it? Ah, pocket clip.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Agreed.
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
You had the candy crash, which implies that you did see her. It's an implication, not a certainty, but makes sense.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
How many of them did you give her? Sorry, just poured
No,
myself a fresh
it's...
drink.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Yeah, because you're a horrible person, Hina.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago! It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her!
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Except Hina didn't give her the candy until after that. Because of when Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was,
Well, this is suspicious.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
So what happened?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Let me guess. The magazine?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message!
What would a shining message even
At the
be?
scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Nope. Wasn't her.
It was
Her
her
hands were clean.
dying message! Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka!
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense!
No, it doesn't. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, it clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found
seems
the dying
unlikely.
message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, it doesn't. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine? It was on the
I can tell
magazine
you
shelf.
exactly when I found the when
So I
Ogre's
think we
body
need to...
I can tell you, it was only after
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine. When
Yes,
I pulled
think
it
we
out,
need to
I
absorb
saw
it.
What I said makes total sense.
And then I think it's his initial statement that we need to hit with it.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Nope, it wasn't.
No, that's wrong.
Gotcha. Because it was on the shelf, you didn't look at the
When
shelf.
Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
When he wrote
Hold
it.
on! You're focusing on the wrong part!
Why?
Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah?
Not necessarily.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
Have a doubt? No, I do doubt it. There's no way she wrote that message. And you know why? Because no blood on her hands. Oh, great, it's one of these.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right!
Haha, hit you with the final
Show me the proof!
This should prove it.
The problem is the hands. That's where the flaw is.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yep. It's possible.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Doesn't mean he's the killer, though, unfortunately.
He admits it!
Unfortunately, it's been proved many times in this game that just because somebody dicks with a crime scene doesn't mean they're the killer.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
No, I don't think you did. You're admitting to killing
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? Might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
No,
she was gonna
wasn't.
kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
That isn't the blow that killed her, though.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move
I
again
think
after
you knocked
that.
her out, but I don't think you killed her.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
You didn't kill her.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Not yet.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about?
Because there's
What else could
evidence
there be?
that still
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
The second
And
bottle.
until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Concur. What would he have had to do after writing the message? Why was the magazine hidden?
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
It is kind of illogical.
Well,
There was somebody else in there.
I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
There was somebody hiding in the locker who came out after he brained her. And the only logical person for it to be, the only person who would want to hide the magazine, is Toko.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Agreed.
Then who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. Has to be Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right?
Nope, because I don't think Sakura was
Hiro
dead.
just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
You knocked her out.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
Nope.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Because she hadn't vomited any blood at that point. We haven't reached the end of this case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Okay, we've got 3 bullets to use here. Or, well, 3 potentially to use.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
That happened.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Nope. The examination summary
No,
shows
it's wrong.
that she was hit twice with a second bottle.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Yeah, concur.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Somebody hit her a
2
second time.
wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Chess pieces inside. There was a queen missing.
There's something very suspicious about
Pawn,
those
rook,
bottles.
knight, bishop, queen, king. The knight was on
Once
the floor
you understand
because
that point,
that was the one that
you'll understand
he
why
used,
2 separate Monokuma bottles
but
must
the
have
queen
been
is
used.
missing.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf. right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Uh-huh. But there was also pieces of a second bottle.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Agreed.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Missing
That's
queen.
easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be. It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Yeah, there's a queen missing. Oh great, it's one of these. Okay, that's way too long to be queen, so I'm assuming it's chess piece. Yeah, it is.
Now I understand! That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
But the queen is missing.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
There's a queen
I
missing.
guess you don't know
I've-
too much about chess,
I've
do
been
you?
telling you this for ages.
Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Means the queen is
Oh.
missing, as I said.
So the queen is missing.
Thank you.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Let's not get into a board game
Wait,
debate.
no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
Nope, because there was too much
No.
glass on the floor.
It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Well, the bottle was missing. Broken.
Got it! The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Too much glass.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. And the evidence that proves it is... It's... What's it at? Bottle experiment. There it is.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken
Which
at
is
the
where she
scene
got
of
the
the
second
crime.
head wound.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But
No, that's some serious
why would they have to
guesstimates.
try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's second attack. Some bowling aficionados.
I got it!
I love the
The bottle that
fact
was
that at
removed
least
from
one
the
of those
scene
is
was
usually
used
really
the second
stupid.
time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Which means the killer
From there,
presumably knew.
we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
I don't think it was, it wasn't the blows to the head that killed her at all.
Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Oh, shut up, Hiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Right, you did.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had
hiding.
disappeared.
Yeah, she was
And you
hiding in
just
that
now
cupboard.
decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
I'll loan you the screwdriver.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
Did Jill?
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
You're a charming person, you know that? No, it's not ridiculous at all. Any proof that shows she was hiding in the rec room, and she left it there for everyone to find. Oh, for God's sake, another one? So far, you've been probably pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. Now you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way during the non-stop debate, simply press Q or not in the mouse wheel. Also, like the other debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, it'll for your bullets to choose one, but for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless, just for this once, okay? By the way, you're about halfway through the game now, go you! Good luck and have fun. Seriously, we're near the end of Trial 4 and I'm pretty sure it's only 6. We're running out of people. Oh God, here we go again.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! Enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Final strike, so...
That's enough!
We have the locker
This should
handprint.
prove it.
Aha! Gotcha!
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything
Yeah,
up.
hand size
right?
is a reasonable... put it this way, in a place like this, where you've got a very limited suspect pool, hand size is actually a viable identification means.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Still don't think she's the killer.
Then you killed Sakura!
Nope.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Well, with that admission, I think that's an excellent point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.